Well, to discuss this more now in more detail, we're joined by Frederick Davis, former federal prosecutor and member of the New York and Paris bars, on the line from New York. Thanks very much for joining us this evening. Well, as we've heard in the past minutes, this case has been settled. What have we heard so far?
Well, I'm probably watching the same news feed you are. I just found out it settled maybe 3 or 4 minutes ago, so I have yet to hear the amounts or the terms. I guess my quick reactions are two. One is I think this is a smart move for Fox News for reasons that may not be relevant anymore. I think the case against them was uncommonly strong, and that the trial would have been a huge embarrassment for them, having all sorts of internal emails discussed, having Rupert Murdoch probably testify. And second, I think, the settlement itself, I had thought it would not settle because they will have to at least implicitly and maybe explicitly admit that what they were telling their viewers in the fall of 2000 was wrong. 2020 was wrong. And what we saw was they didn't want to tell the truth to their viewers during the election of 2020 because they started losing viewers. When they started, reflecting that Biden really had won, people hung up on them and went to another channel. So Rupert Murdoch says, you got to stop that. So it'll be interesting to see how they settled, the degree to which they admitted that they had been misleading their own viewers, and kind of what their reaction will be. I'm really looking forward to seeing that.
On the other hand, we heard that the trial was originally supposed to start on Monday and it was delayed in order to find, hopefully, a last-minute settlement. That's come today when the actual trial has already opened. To what extent is this an example of Dominion perhaps not feeling as confident as it may have?
Well, we'll see. I frankly doubt it. Everything I know about their lawyers and how they prepared this case, which they've done meticulously, they got some good news this morning. Namely, the judge appointed a special master to look into the degree to which Fox had not been fair in terms of their discovery. So look, every case settles, meaning neither side gets exactly what they want. So Dominion obviously ended up accepting a deal that was not 100% of what they wanted, and they saved on the risk and they saved on the costs. But I will be surprised if this can be painted as anything other than sort of a shocking defeat for Fox. We'll have to see. That's certainly my guess right this minute.
And just the latest news we're getting, they have not yet detailed how much this settlement was for, so that we'll be getting to it as and when we get it. The question still remains, even before the trial, what sort of implications could this have for press freedom in the US?
I'll tell you my view, and I've done a certain amount of press work. I've actually represented companies in libel defamation cases. My personal view is that this case would not have had a huge impact on press freedoms. The notion of press freedom is you should have a liberty to say anything for which there's an actual basis for believing that is true. And that there should be some flexibility on that. This struck a bunch of people in the industry, including many people who strongly defend press freedoms and press rights, as a company that just stepped over the line. And when your guiding principle is, we are going to report not what we think is true or have reason to believe is true, we're going to report what our audience wants to hear. That's not journalism. That's something else. And so my view is that this is an important case. I did not view it as a threat to press freedom.
Okay, Mr. Frederick Davis, former U.S. federal prosecutor, thank you very much for your insight on this news that we have just been getting updates on. And of course, we'll keep you up to date with them as we get them here in Paris.